to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
KUGAN CASSIUS IFL TV Everlast here with Eddie Hearn and Callum Smith.
You're all like friendly. Callum, how you doing? Oh, do you mind if we just get a little bit? Like,
Why not?
And then no one can say no.
It's a
'cause you've been
headline
nice.
the show this
You're
week.
slippery.
I'm not slippery. You know slippery people in boxing, and I'm not one of them. Agreed?
Sometimes.
Yeah, disappointment. You spoke about it earlier, but hopefully you'll be back soon.
Yeah, disappointing. I mean, look, people don't realise when you've done 10 weeks or whatever he's done in America, away from the family and all that kind of stuff, come back, training in Liverpool, and then to a fight for Fallout, 10 days before, fighters don't realise, people don't realise, fighters don't get paid unless they fight. So he wanted that fight before Beterbiev, and obviously now we know the Beterbiev fight's happening, but in an ideal world, he would have been in the ring on Saturday night and gone through the process, got a good win and geared up for that massive fight.
Callum, yeah, you're gutted obviously not to be fighting Liverpool this week.
Yeah, exactly. The plan was to fight. Preparation for the Beterbiev fight, I always wanted to stay active, and as Eddie said, to do the full camp, do the hard part, and then not get to fight and get paid. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I've got to look at the end goal, and that's to become a 2-weight world champion. Ideally, I would have liked to have fought and then rolled into the world title fight, but it is what it is. I still believe I become world champion this year. It's just a different route.
So is this fight done then?
No, it's going to be ordered. The WBC have already written to all parties and said that we'll respect Ramadan for Beterbiev, but after that negotiations will begin, and hopefully it'll be straightforward. You know, he's been to England before. There's obviously a model in place that's worked for Top Rank and Beterbiev, and we're desperate to do the fight at the Echo, the M&S. You know, I think it's such a great fight for that arena. We'd love to do it outside, but Anfield's not possible this summer. But I just feel like that's a special arena, and for a fight like that, it would be fantastic to get it in Liverpool.
If you took that fight to Abu Dhabi, would you earn more money?
Probably, yeah.
I'm just saying that's
Look, at the end of the day, Callum's on the smaller end of that piece as a challenger, but it's still a massive name in the fight. If you asked him where he preferred to do it, the answer would be Liverpool. But Beterbiev might want more money, and maybe the economics can only work in the Middle East. But we'll be doing everything we can to bring the fight to Liverpool.
So would you rather have the fight here in Liverpool or earn more money in Abu Dhabi?
I've had 2 good wins in Saudi, so Abu Dhabi.
That is a second home, isn't it? So.
There's so many big fights to Callum though, isn't there now?
And listen,
At that
don't
weight.
forget Beterbiev, sometimes the deal might be easier to do it in the Middle East. And if there's more money, you know, obviously with his religion as well, I'm sure he'd love to fight out there as well. So we'll have to see. But the good news is that process has begun from the WBC, and he's going to get his chance to be a 2-division champion.
Where do you put him right now in that weight class? Like in terms of like all
Callum?
them? Yeah, Callum.
I think in terms of wins and in terms of all things considered, I think it goes Dimitri Bivol, Artur Beterbiev, Callum Smith. And then you've got Anthony Yard, you've got Joshua Boatse, you've got, it's a lot of good fighters. But for me, Callum is a better fighter domestically than others because of his track record and because of what he's achieved in his career and because of his quality.
Do fights like Yard and Boatse, which are not really domestic fights, they are domestic fights here, but I'm saying, do they interest you?
Yeah, they always have. I think, again, as I say with my brother in Eubank, the domestic fights always generate a little bit more interest regardless of whatever level they're at. When I sat down with Eddie, the goal was to be a 2-weight world champion. If I'm next in line, then obviously that takes priority, but the domestic fights have always interested me. I beat George Groves in wanting to become world champion, and you get a little bit more credit and a little bit more publicity for fighting someone from your own country. But at the minute, the Beterbiev fight is the fight that I want. If I can't have it, then I'll look for other options, but at the minute that is the goal.
The great news about fighting Beterbiev is you could never be accused of ducking anyone. So it's like, oh, you ain't up for fighting Yard or Boatse? No, I want Beterbiev. Oh, fair enough.
How big is him and Boatse though?
Big fight, him and Yard. I mean, Yard's just done great as well. So, but the truth is Callum's done very well in his career, and he's about achievements and about legacy. And when I've spoke to him in the past about Buatsi or Yard, he's gone, yeah, I like them, but basically I want to win a world title. So whether that's Bivo or whether that's Better Beer, that is my preference and that is what I want to do. And he's got it. He's got that fight next.
Would you say, lastly, he's the best Smith brother out of all four?
Sure, I think Liam has always been a very underrated fighter. I think Callum in terms of his achievements, but when you look at Liam's track record, like fought Canelo Alvarez, gave him a great fight, and Canelo always talks about Liam Smith as if to say, you can see that respect's there. Beat Jesse Vargas at Madison Square Garden, had a great fight with Jaime Munguia, beat Chris Eubank Jr. here, you know, had a big night against Fowler. I know it was a domestic fight, but again, that shows how domestic fights sell. You know, I think Liam's done unbelievably well. Paul had a great career, but Callum, I think the brothers will tell you that Callum is the better fighter.
Is that right?
I don't know.
Is that right?
It's a bit of a personal, I should
Yeah,
I
I
know.
would say because I'm the youngest, I think. But as I said, Liam's has a very good career and he's doing very well at the minute. He's in a very good position moving forward. So as long as we both keep winning, then hopefully we can both get another world title.
Just a quick one before I actually end
quick,
this.
quick clip, yeah?
I know, but obviously you spoke about with me a couple of days ago about fans there, mate, about Liam Smith, his situation with obviously Chris Eubank and Chris Eubank fighting Conor Benn, etc. It looks like that's going to get announced soon.
Is it? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's a deal being reached. I mean, look, Liam Smith should be getting twice the money to fight Chris Eubank Jr. this time around because he just knocked him out. So I don't know if that money's there. I don't know if the money's agreed. But I hope Liam Smith gets the payday he deserves after a great performance.
Would you rather see? Would you rather see? I know it don't really make no difference, but you want to see, obviously, your brother in with Eubank again?
Yeah, because as I said, he should get paid a lot of money to beat someone he's already beat. So I think as a business that makes the most sense for him. If he does the same job again, he's still in a good position to move forward and fight for world titles. But yeah, if you're going to pay him a lot of money to beat someone he's already knocked out, then I'm sure that's the route he wants to go.
All right, nice one. Thanks, Eddie.
Cheers, thanks, Kugan.
Cheers, mate.
I'm going to share something with you that might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife and saying completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.